This is a short video demonstration about ProgrammExpress, a web-based portfolio program and project reporting, or as we sometimes call it, a light PPM solution, where our aim is to automate project reporting, replace manual labour-intensive processes with a quick-to-implement, simple and intuitive and cost-effective solution. So what we're going to do is a short demonstration using one of our demo sites using the Cancer Research logo and colour palettes, just to demonstrate how quickly we can make it look like your own brand identity. So we're going to log on as an administrator, and we can be an administrator, a write access user, or a read-only user. And this will take us into our home page, and being the administrator or somebody who has full access to all projects and programs and functionality, that's exactly what we can see. We can see a demonstration structure of a portfolio of programs and projects, and this can be totally flexible. This can be however you wish it to be. This is purely a demo structure. You can have as many levels and sub-levels as you require. So from the administrator perspective, they can see all the projects within the programs and portfolios, can see all the functionality and see the red, amber, green status of all the projects broken down by the functionality shown here as icons on the home screen, better described through the Updates tab as commentary, plan, resources, costs, benefits, impacts, risks, and logs. So from this screen, you can view and drill down into data that has been updated by the user or the project manager, or you can run reports, either reports that you've set up within your own user license, or shared reports that have been set up for you by probably the central projects team, the program office, or the PMO. ProgrammExpress is very much about simple data input and powerful project program and portfolio reporting output. In terms of the user experience, for those that need to make their updates, what we can do is we can filter roles and views for users to simplify the user interface. So if I very quickly log on as a typical project manager or a user that needs to make their updates, I'll log on to the same database, I'll log on to the same home screen, but you'll see here that it's filtered by the projects that need to be updated with a view of write access, and we're asking the user or project manager to only update the modules commentary, plan, costs, and risks. So from a project manager's perspective, they'll select the project, they'll click on the commentary in this case, they will make their update, they'll see what they said before, they'll make an update, and when they've done that, they'll move on to the plan screen, and they'll have a look at the current plan and see what needs to be amended, changing dates, adding tasks, etc. And when they've done that, they'll go through to the cost screen, make any amendments to costs as necessary, add new line items, cost items, and then move through to the risks, and it will show the current risk register and anything that needs to be changed. So they've only been asked to make these updates to these 4 areas within the project, and once they've done that, they're more than likely going to want to run a report that they've set up, or run a report, a shared report. In this example, one of my reports, let's have a look at how the data looks in a report using one of our reports called the one-page summary PPT, which means that it drops down nicely as an image into PowerPoint. So we're just running that report. It creates a PDF, and there it shows you a PowerPoint slide plan on a page of the project, the RAG information, milestones, financials, and the commentary thread that we've configured for this specific report. So that's the user experience. Now, if we log back on as the administrator, or it could be a program manager with full access rights, the administrator can now be confident that all the data is fully up to date, and they can again open up the projects sitting within programs and portfolios, They can look at the data. They're more than likely going to be drawn to the reds. So we could filter out green, we could filter out amber, just showing the reds. Then if we want to, we can drill down into one of these boxes to have a look at the data within the screen that's causing the red status. So if you select an example project 1C, within the cost column, we'll click on the red square, and here we'll see that in terms of cost, the forecast is 800 against a planned of 600. Out of tolerance, we're overspent by 200, hence red status. Now, more than likely, the administrator is probably going to want to run project programs or portfolio reports. Well, we've shown you a project report, one example. Let's now run aggregated consolidated report, an example at the portfolio level. So this time, let's go to shared reports. Let's run a reg status summary. So now we're removing the need for consolidation into an Excel spreadsheet because it produces the report automatically in an Excel type format, which you can also export to Excel, showing the programs and the projects and the columns that we've configured for this report. Bit of plan information, who the manager is, bit of reg information, and the commentary threads that we've selected specifically for this report. So there's one example of a higher level portfolio report. Or maybe let's have a look at the Gantt chart. Running at portfolio level shows the plan for everything that sits underneath it. So we've got all the programs and project plans that sit underneath it, and you'll see here that we also use the red, amber, green methodology for our taskbars. Red meaning it's missed today's date, and amber meaning it's forecasting to be later than was originally expected, but hasn't necessarily missed today's date. Now, the same data we could give another view in terms of the milestone summary report. So it's a higher level timeline report, which will show here the projects and the timelines on a row, showing the key milestones. Grey means they've been delivered, red means that there's a problem, amber means they're forecasting to be later than expected. But we can see here very quickly for all our projects, depending on the view that we've set up, the key milestones, expected delivery date, and the health in terms of red, amber, green status. Or if resourcing is a requirement, we'll click on the resource usage. And because this is aligned to the plan, it's like an Excel that's aligned to the plan in terms of resources. So this will automatically change as the plans change, but it shows here the resources that you have, what projects they're working on, the number of days in a period, and then an aggregated number of days per period for the resource, showing therefore an out of tolerance because it's aggregated up to an over allocation for that specific period, and more examples of in danger, amber, and red being over allocated. So that's just a very, very short demonstration of ProgrammExpress. There's lots of functionality, as we originally said, in terms of the number of modules. There's also document repository, other reporting options, dashboards, different types of settings, and then the administration configuration settings, which is how we managed to apply the colour palette and logo specifically for Cancer Research UK. So it's a quick to implement, simple to train in solution, and that just about concludes the demonstration. But having seen that short video, you'll see here our contact details and a call to action, where we can potentially have a webinar showing some of the fuller functionality, or more preferably a face-to-face meeting, and potentially plan a pilot implementation. So thank you very much for your interest and for listening to the slideshow, to the video.